This Honda makes almost 1,700 horsepower thanks to our twin-charged Demon 170 motor. And today, I will teach you how to operate such a high horsepower Honda, or any vehicle, but more specifically, this vehicle. Step number one, come to the rear of the vehicle. This is something very important that you have to do to your plate before you actually take off and get on the road. You gotta get one of the quiet plates. Just like this, the, Texas Lone Star State. You could get something that's a little bit different, but things of this nature is what you need before you can even operate the vehicle. Then, you need some black Air Force. If you don't got some creased up black Air Forces, I mean, new black Air Forces would do if you just bought them, if you don't have them yet. The more creased, the better, okay? The more creased, the easier to, access the throttle. So let's hop in the Hellcord. I'm not gonna start it because it's so loud you won't be able to hear me, but let me just explain what you have to do, like some pointers, if you will, for operating such a vehicle like this. It's all-wheel drive, so oversteer and understeer, you gotta deal with both. So let's say I'm whipping on the racetrack, I might just, start sliding it, oversteer, and then understeer at the same time. You gotta be able to, for the oversteer, you gotta like steer in the opposite direction, and for the understeer, maybe give it some more gas. I don't know. You see this right here, little e-brake. You want to have a little fun in a car like this, this will come in handy. Okay, if you want to get a little sideways, pretty much just turn and rip this and hit the gas. You'll be going sideways, trust me. You might not even need the e-brake because of how much horsepower this car has. Actually, no, I don't remember if it's rear-wheel drive bias or not. It's an all-wheel drive drivetrain from a Trackhawk, so whatever that is what's in this car. Now, keep in mind, even though this does have 1644 horsepower, almost 2,000, it doesn't always have to be pushed to that, high horsepower limits. It's still a street car. Like, I drive this on the same street that you and your mother and your grandmother drives on. Keep that in mind, okay? This bad boy right here on the same road as them, okay? So I'm not always just flying, especially on the streets. I'm not flying. I'm a very responsible, law-abiding citizen. So we're going the speed limit, and when you're going the speed limit, yeah, of course, it's not as fun, and you have to be careful because the throttle is so sensitive in this car. Like, yeah, I could try tuning, get some different mode to have like an eco mode or whatnot, but what am I, just a bitch? You have to respect a vehicle like this. I see a lot of drivers nowadays, young drivers, not respecting even low horsepower vehicles. So if you ever got into something like this, if you don't respect even a low horsepower vehicle, don't get in a car like this. I'm telling you that right now, it will not end well, because 2,000 horsepower is really like a car that you have to have like a lot of experience as a driver to even sit behind the wheel. If you don't have like years of being a crazy menacing driver, some professional, training behind your belt, you do not want to get in this car because you probably won't leave it. Let's be real. Another thing that I utilize in a high horsepower vehicle like this is the multiple tune maps. The 1644 is only my kill map, map 10. I have 9 other maps to use, so when I'm on the streets or like for different occasions or whatnot, I even have like a burble map and a flame map that's in the works. We're still like fine tuning that, but on the max PSI, I think we're running like 70 pounds of boost between the supercharger and the little snails we got onto the Demon 170 motor. So the other maps are very necessary. If you don't have maps already, talk to your tuner and say, hey, why the f do I not already have maps? Give me some maps, give me a few maps. I would recommend at least 5 to 10, but it also depends how much horsepower you have. For example, let's say you have like 300 horsepower. I don't think you even need 1 map, okay? Let's be real. Now, a lot of people, when they hear that this Honda Accord not only makes 1,600 horsepower, but also has a Hellcat or a Demon 170 motor, because it used to have a Hellcat motor for most of its time that everyone even known about the car, but literally in like the past couple weeks or so, we finally threw in the Demon 170 motor. But if you want to find out how we even got such a big motor to fit in such a small engine bay, well, watch this video on screen